Good evening, everyone. Welcome to First Church of Religious Science. Welcome to our Thursday evening gathering. Whether you've been with us for years or you're joining us for the very first time, I want to say how glad I am that you're here with us tonight. You could be anywhere, especially this week, doing anything, but you chose to take time out for yourself, time out for growth, healing, and connection. And that's always something to celebrate. So it's December. It's getting towards the end of the year. Can you believe it? It's been quite a year. The year is winding down, and for many of us, it's a real busy time. It can be an emotional time for some. The holidays bring excitement. They bring laughter. They bring celebration for many. I'm also aware that they can bring moments of stress, reaction. So wherever you are tonight, whether you're feeling joyful, overwhelmed, or a little bit of both, know that you are in the right place. December is a season of contrast. The world around Manhattan and various parts of the world where you live as well sparkles with the lights, but the winter in many parts of the country calls us inward to the quiet places of our soul. It's always a time, the late fall and winter, to set aside busyness and remember what truly matters, our inner peace and our health and our ability to connect with our friends and our loved ones and our ability to reflect and create better experiences across the board, starting with ourselves, no matter what's happening around us. Here at First Center, First Church of Religious Science, this class, this night feels like a perfect time to pause and reflect. It's an opportunity to let the outer world, fade back just for a little while and turn inward to the infinite well of love and wisdom that lies within you. Louise taught, every moment is a chance to choose love. Every moment, each new beginning, each new second. We're always talking about being here now to choose love for ourselves. Remember that we're all part of this one energy, love for others, who are part of this energy, and love for the experiences that shape us all. Tonight, let's embrace this moment, this evening together as a gift. For those of you who may not know, we gather 3 times a week. Jimmy is our practitioner. He hosts and facilitates the Wednesday evening creative living class at 7. I'm doing this one, as I have for many years, Thursday evenings. Louise, as you all know, is a practitioner here at First Church, and she's really probably the person who got me interested in ministry and carrying on her work. Every gathering we have is an opportunity to connect, to heal, to grow, and it's wonderful to see so many of you during this busy week and making this a part of your week. Our gatherings aren't just about learning. They're also about building a community of love and support. So whether you're joining us now on Zoom, as many of you are, or watching us on Facebook later today, YouTube or Spotify, or just about anywhere you can connect with us now, you're all part of something much bigger than yourself. So let's take a moment to imagine this. Right now, people are tuning in, as you are, and people are watching throughout the night, and people are watching from all over the country and even around the world, all united, sharing in these ideas and this energy, this intention to grow, to heal and thrive. That's a beautiful idea, right? Even though we're physically apart, the love and the light that we share bring us closer together. If you're joining us on social media, please don't forget to like and follow and share. I forget to ask that. It's really important to our growth. If you're on YouTube, like or subscribe to our channel. That would be even better, but both would be wonderful. And for those of you who feel inspired to support our work, the work we're doing, you can always see support options in the chat. On the Zoom, there's a chat box, and there you can make a donation if you want, or you could always mail a year-end gift, if you'd like, to First Church of Religious Science at 204 West 84th Street, New York, New York, 10024. That's First Church, 204 West 84th Street, New York, New York, 10024. That being said, everything we do here is free. It's all on a love offering basis, so please do not feel obligated. As Dr. Bill used to say, give only if it feels good. Don't give if it hurts. First Church operates under the idea that we are supplied and supported. So do what you can. We're grateful for the smallest of gifts to the greatest. More than anything else, it's your goodwill, your good intentions, and all the positive and wonderful remarks we get from people just about everywhere. That's an acknowledgement to us, and we appreciate it very much. So before we go into tonight's subject anymore, let's pause together and reconnect. Let's reconnect with that inner beauty, that inner aliveness. Let's reconnect with this stillness that's always within us, deep at the center of our being. And you don't need to be a perfect meditator to do this. We just take that pause, and we know that within us is something amazing, and that same something is in everything. We live in it, we move in it, we have our being in it. All we need to do is show up, here tonight, and you've all done that, and connect. So tonight we're reflecting on this time of the year, the power of love and connection, not just with the love we give to others, our family, but the love we give to ourselves. Louise Hay reminded us in the book, You Can Heal Your Life, again and again, that loving ourselves is where true healing begins. It all begins there. Because it's really difficult to love other people, authentically, when we don't have a very good opinion of ourselves and we're conflicted. So that's where it all begins, is with ourselves. We really can't extend real love to other people unless we have it for ourselves. Louise would say the point of power is always in the present moment. Yes, the point of power is always in the present moment. And that's what makes this season so profound. This is the end of December. This moment in time gives us countless opportunities to return to the present and rediscover our power. Healing begins when we pause just long enough to connect, to remember. You've heard the expression, remembering and forgetting. When we take that pause and we sense that there is this thing inside of us that's responding to us, knowing that we are connected with this one power, that we are one with the one, to realize that we're whole, and each of us are individualizations of this power. We are creative beings, and we are infinitely capable. Ernest Holmes wrote something beautiful. He said, we are surrounded by a presence so infinite and so complete that it is pressing against us from every side. I thought about that as I was putting the lesson together. I thought, gosh, have I read that before? Maybe I just heard it in a different way today. I'll say it again. We are surrounded by a presence so infinite, so complete, that it is pressing against us from every side. This presence is always here. It's always available to us, but we feel it more deeply when we allow ourselves to stop, to mindfully breathe, to take a pause, and simply be, and realize that we're one with it. We're a part of it. Now, wintertime can remind us that we don't need to rush. We're always in the perfect time, perfect place. And in this special season, we're reminded there's time for everything. There's time for healing. So let's affirm this together. I give myself permission to pause. In the stillness, I find clarity, I find peace, and I find healing. Louise believed that healing starts with love, as I said before. She, of course, studied Ernest Holmes. She was an avid student, and she realized that there was one love, one energy that's permeating everything. And she taught everyone the importance of learning to love ourselves and to love the divine energy within us. She taught us that we are always, always, always enough, simply because we exist. So you're one with the one. You're an individualization of this one love, this one power. You're whole and you're complete. In the book, You Can Heal Your Life, Louise wrote, I am in the process of positive change. And what she was talking about was that all of us are one with this power, and we're all expanding. We're not retracting, we're expanding. The universe is going forward by means of each and every one of us. So you're always more, you're never less. So Louise, of course, said it in a more simple way when she said, you can heal your life. I am in the process of positive change. What a powerful truth she was saying. Now, we don't have to have that all figured out. We just need to trust the process of life, as she would also say. She would say, I trust in the process of life, because she knew that she was one with this one power and that she was in the process of positive change. Or I might say it a little differently. I would say we're all evoluting along. I'm sure you've heard me say that in many lessons. Life is moving forward by means of everyone. We don't want to judge a soul because everyone is in the perfect place, perfect time, and all growing. Or as Louise would say, everyone is doing the best that they can with the information, the understanding, and the awareness that they have. So let's take all of that in deeply into our being, and let's know that all is really well. The season invites us to reflect on the light within us, around us, operating through us. And as we do, it starts to shine brighter and brighter. She would often say, that's Louise again, deep at the center of my being is this infinite love, this infinite light. And as I remind you all of this tonight, let it also be a reminder of our innate beauty and our wholeness. So let's affirm this together. I am an individual expression of infinite light. Yes, I'm an infinite expression of infinite light. I'm one with Source. I'm one with the divine energy. And knowing this, with this realization that I'm one with the one, my light shines brighter and brighter. It guides my thoughts, my actions, and my path. Once we really love ourselves, or begin to, it becomes very easy. Then once you start to know you have it, that I'm one with it, and then the realization is, it's in everything all the time. It becomes easier to extend it to others. Once we start to understand that we're one with this energy, this infinite intelligence, this creative life, it becomes again easier and easier to see the good in other people. As we understand that we have always done the best we could with what we knew at the time while we were growing, it's easier for us then to extend love and compassion to others. Louise spoke of the ripple effect of love and healing. She said, the love we give out returns to us multiplied. It's because once you're connected with Source, it's very easy to extend more and more and more. We become the cheerleaders that I speak of. We see the good in everything because we understand deeply that we live in it, we move in it, we have our being in it. So that means every kind word, every compassionate thought, every loving action we extend to others, it uplifts us. So as you do anything that's positive, be it extend your time, your talent, your resources, whatever it is that you extend, just the kindness, whatever it is comes back to you multiplied. So let's think about this. When someone generally gets you and sees your light and acknowledges it, doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it seem to awaken something within you? You might feel validated, uplift, seen, recognized. And all this does is it encourages you to let that light shine even more, let it shine more brightly. That's a ripple effect of kindness, and it's something that we can freely give this season. So let's think about, I'm wanting people to pick up the phones and reach out to their relatives and friends and send emails of love and appreciation, because we can freely do that, especially this week, right through this week and New Year's week too, let's affirm together. As I recognize the light within me, I see it in everyone. As I recognize light in me, I see it in everyone. I see the good in everyone. I easily extend kindness, love, and understanding to everyone I meet. So that's a powerful idea, right? I'm encouraging you to think of the light within you. Then I'm challenging you to see it in everyone and to extend this love, this kindness, this reality that you understand to everyone, everywhere. Just do your best to extend it. In the book, You Can Heal Your Life, Louise said, we're all connected. What we give out, we get back. That's simple enough. It's the law of cause and effect. It's also described as the boomerang effect. It's, the law of correspondence is described in many ways, but the thing to understand is that we live, we move, we have our being in this energy, and it responds to us because it has to. So once you understand how it works, life loves a giver. So keep doing your best to love yourself and extend that love to others. This is an especially good reminder during the holidays because it's easy to get caught up in the hustle bustle, the rush of the season. True connection happens in, I want to point out, quiet, intentional moments where we reach out and we make that phone call that I was talking about, or you share a smile. Just take a moment or two to do that here and there throughout the next week or two, or give an encouraging word. It's easy not to do it, but it's really wonderful if you will do it. Or simply, listening to somebody, holding space for someone, taking that little bit of time. And don't forget, as one of my teachers always used to say, I think it was Dr. Bill, there's nobody nicer to be nicer to than you being nice to you. And that's part of the Louise Hay message also, because all of this starts with you loving yourself. So there's nobody nicer to be nicer to than you being nice to you. So let's make sure we take a moment during this week as we going through these wonderful holidays to reflect on how far you've come, how much you've grown. I know some of you have grown a lot since I first met you attending these gatherings. So acknowledge your growth, acknowledge the fact that you take the time, that you're here, that you listen to other people, you share your experience and your strength and your consciousness, your growth with one another. So take a moment to acknowledge yourself for that and to offer yourself the same kindness that you give to other people. Say, there you go. Give yourself that acknowledgement. Ernest Holmes, our founder, reminds us to love is to recognize the divine in another. Again, to love is to recognize the divine in another. This season invites us to see the divine not only in others, but in ourselves. So go to your mirrors and look at yourself and say, I got you, I love you, I accept you, I approve of you. Let's affirm together. I give and I receive freely, knowing that every act of kindness strengthens the light of love in the world. That's a beautiful one. I give and I receive freely, knowing every act of kindness strengthens the light of love in the world. Louise loved simplicity. She liked rituals. She liked affirmations, as you all know, because she thought they brought us closer to our inner wisdom. There's so many stories I had to share this week about lighting candles. I had to choose one. Lighting a candle, saying a kind word, or an affirmation to ourselves. It's wonderful. Holding a loving intention for the day, that'd be like an affirmation, are all tools that Louise used and that you would see in her various books. These small acts, the affirmations, or the little rituals of self-care, she believed have the power to transform our hearts and our minds. She knew the power of affirmations, and she knew the power of affirmative prayer, which we teach in all of our lessons. Louise also knew that our word is our wand and our thoughts are things. So we want to be careful what we say. We want to be careful what we think, because life is responding to your thoughts. Life is responding to your words. That's why every Thursday I'll ask, what has it been like being you this week? What has that inner dialogue been like? Because I'm wanting everyone to understand that it's very creative. And you can shift that dialogue around. You can think new thoughts. In fact, we challenge you all the time to think bigger ideas and new thoughts, because as you're able to, your life will drastically change. I heard a story from our founder, Raymond Charles Barker. Well, not from him, but through his material, about a woman who was having a particularly difficult December. And she began, this is the story, she began lighting a single candle every evening. At first, it was just to bring a little warmth and light into her apartment. But soon it became her ritual, lighting a candle. And every evening as she did it, she whispered her prayer. Might have been an affirmation. It was this. She said, "May this light guide me towards peace. May this light guide me toward healing and toward joy." And by the end of the month, before New Year's, her circumstances had not drastically changed, but her heart had changed. So maybe a little ritual like she used, like asking for guidance towards healing, peace, and joy, could help all of us. She has, as the story goes, healed her heart, and she became content. And she developed what I call positive expectancy. So that's definitely a healing. If you can do what she did, light a candle. And that, again, her affirmation, her prayer was, "May this light guide me towards peace, toward healing, toward joy." And this is something she did for all of the month of December. And she was in a different place by the end of the month. She had positive expectancy. So that's definitely a healing in my book. And every single one of us on this call have the power to do that or do something like it. It's not too many days before Christmas and our other holidays. I invite you to reflect on one question or a couple of questions. What light are you carrying into the world today, this week, the remainder of the year? What gifts are you sharing? And I know many of you have a lot of gifts because I've been listening to them for a long time, every week. So I ask you that question. What light are you carrying in the world? What gifts are you sharing? And how are you nurturing these gifts? Your light. I'm hoping people start calling people or texting people. Calling is better. Or visiting people during the next few days. The question is, how are you sharing your light? I wanted to point out, healing isn't fixing anyone else. It's about recognizing the wholeness that's already there. So in this group gathering, everybody is realizing that you are one with the one. You're whole, you're complete. So your lights are burning brightly, and I'm asking you to let your lights shine. Let it shine and share your light. So let's affirm this together. I nurture my inner light, and I share it freely with the world. Again, I nurture my inner light, and I share it freely with the world. I trust that my light brings healing, peace, and joy to everyone I meet. And you can say that with confidence, because that's exactly what it does. I trust that my light brings healing, peace, and joy to everyone I meet. So this lesson was titled A December to Heal. And of course, every day holds that potential and possibility for us for self-healing. But this season in particular is a really interesting time. It's a great time to nurture ourselves, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. It's really easy to focus on the outer world because everything's shining and sparkling at this time of year. There's shopping lists, there's travel arrangements, there's holiday gatherings, year-end goals, and there's much more, competing for your time and attention. But let's not forget the inner work. It doesn't take long. We want to have a little bit of self-care, give some attention, the attention that our souls crave. So this is the perfect time for this talk, A December to Heal. Today, right now, in this moment, it's perfect time to pause, reflect, and to honor the quiet place that's within us. And to remember that deep in the center of your being, it's there. The still small voice that we're always talking about. Winter is always a time of turning inward. Nature itself gives us this beautiful example of rest and renewal. I've reminded that the trees don't worry about losing their leaves. They trust the process, knowing that new growth will come. Animals hibernate, gathering strength for the coming spring. Even the earth itself slows down. So what would it feel like if you could just take that pause or take some time out throughout the week, wherever you can, and to tune into that rhythm and to trust that rest is not a weakness, but a wonderful and necessary part of growth. Imagine, if you can, incorporating a small ritual or two into your day. A moment could be anything from lighting a candle or taking just that pause where you can breathe deeply and set an intention. Maybe your intention might be peace. I always used to say I could see peace instead of this. You might be wondering anything. You have the ability to switch your thinking from any problem, any challenge. Tell yourself, I could see this differently. I could see peace instead, because you could. Maybe your intention then is to see peace instead of turmoil, or simply you can choose to be grounded in the midst of what appears to be chaos. Any of these small acts or rituals anchor us in the present moment where all healing begins. This December, this day in December, let's make it your time to honor the light that is within you. So let's affirm together, I honor myself with wonderful rituals, loving rituals, or I honor myself with moments where I take timeouts for care that I can only give myself, care that will strengthen my peace and my well-being. One of the gifts of this time of year is the rich tradition of rituals that come with this year, whether it's lighting of a Hanukkah menorah, the glow of Christmas candles, or even the simple act of decorating a tree. All of these practices remind us of something greater than ourselves. They symbolize hope. These rituals symbolize hope, connection, and renewal. In Hanukkah, the menorah's light glows brighter each night, symbolizing resilience and the miraculous power of faith. That's a beautiful reminder. For our own inner light, it reminds us of the way our inner light grows stronger as we nurture it with love and care and trust. Imagine, if you will, lighting a candle this week, not just as a symbol of celebration, but as an affirmation of the light that is within you. Christmas, too, holds similar symbolism. The lights on a tree, the star on the top of the tree, and the gatherings of loved ones all point to one universal truth, that even in the darkest of times, light always prevails. What if this week you see these lights everywhere? You paused, and each time to reflect on your own resilience and the miracles that have always been with you, that the grace that's always been there that has shaped your journey. What if you started to realize all of it has been a blessing? All the trials and tribulations that have got you to where you are now. As you're looking back, you know it's all been happening for you, not to you. What if this December became your December to heal? You don't have to celebrate a specific holiday to feel the power of this season. You can create your own ritual, your moment to pause. Whatever you want. You can light a candle if you want. Whatever it is for you to affirm the beauty of your inner light and love yourself more. Let's affirm together, as I honor the light of the season, I nurture the light within me. Yeah, I love, accept, and approve of myself. As I honor the light of this season, I nurture the light within me. This is my December to heal. So I have a little process for you as we wind down. Let's take a moment to experience this together. Be comfortable wherever you are. Close your eyes, or if you feel safe doing so, or simply soften your gaze. Let's take in a breath again. In and out. Let your shoulders drop. Let your hands rest gently in your lap. Feel the surface beneath you, fully supporting you. Imagine a soft golden light again glowing the center of your chest. This is the light of your true self, the light of love, peace, and infinite possibility. With each breath you take, notice that this light is growing and it's glowing brighter and brighter. And as you exhale, each time feel it spreading through your body, filling you with warmth and ease. As the light grows, let it extend outward, surrounding you in a gentle, protective glow. Picture this light connecting with the infinite light of the universe, a light so vast, so loving that it holds everything you need. Rest for a second or two in this connection. Now gently repeat this affirmation in your mind. This is my December to heal. I am connected to the infinite light of spirit. This light guides me, heals me, and fills me with peace. Again, this is my December to heal. I am connected to the infinite light of spirit. This light guides me, heals me, and fills me with peace. When you're ready, take one more deep breath and slowly open your eyes. Notice how you feel, lighter, calmer, and more connected. As the year comes to a close, many of us naturally reflect on what has passed. Maybe there were moments that felt difficult or really heavy. Maybe there were lessons. I'm sure there were lessons we learned, sometimes the hard way. And while it's important to honor these experiences, it's just as important not to let them define us. So why not right now think thoughts of celebration and acknowledgement? Why not take a moment to say, I've done my best and I'm proud of myself. Yes, I've done my best and I'm proud of myself. Let's affirm this together. I celebrate my progress and I honor my journey. I celebrate my progress and I honor my journey. I'm proud of the person I am becoming. This is my December to heal. So, this is a season of winter. This season of winter reminds us that even when things seem still, life is always moving forward. Beneath the surface, seeds are being planted for the spring ahead. What seeds are you planting in your life right now? Is the question. What intentions are you setting for the year to come? You don't have to have all the answers tonight, but simply trust that your willingness to reflect on them, to dream, and to grow will guide you towards your highest good. Let's affirm together. I plant seeds of love. I plant seeds of love, joy, and abundance in my life. I trust that they will bloom beautifully in the perfect time. This is my December to heal. So as we close tonight, I'd like to revisit a poem that I shared with you not long ago, actually. It feels perfect for this night, for this moment, as we reflect on healing, as we reflect on light and the work of this season. It's the Howard Thurman poem entitled When the Songs of the Angel is Stilled. And it starts out, when the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins to find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among the people, to make music in the heart. To make music in the heart. This poem reminds us that the light of the season doesn't fade when the festivities are over. The light of the season lives within us, guiding us to bring healing and love into the world. It reminds us that we each have a role to play in keeping the spirit of the season alive, not just for ourselves, but for everyone we meet. So now I'd like to open up the space for sharing. This is your opportunity to reflect on anything that came up for you during this evening's presentation, whether it's a thought, a feeling, or something you'd like to explore further. This is your time. I'm really grateful to have you all here. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.